Taizong is our current emperor of the Tang Dynasty and is one of the most influential rulers. He made many great contributions to this dynasty and the development of its culture. Here we are on an exclusive interview with Tang Taizong himself. So, how are you on this fine day?
I am delighted to be here, thank you. And I just came back from a meeting with the most prestigious artist in China. And I'm ready to answer any questions that you have for me today.
So, when you first started the empire, it suffered from many economic problems, yet you were able to reach prosperity and lead China into a period of great achievements. So how did you achieve this golden era?
Well, when I first conquered the empire, I noticed I'd had many economic difficulties. So I immediately reduced all taxes, developed agriculture, and reduced spending as well as prices. There were many corrupt officials to whom I put many restrictions on. My actions have led to great prosperity for the economy, leading in the golden age we have today. I also switched the currency to flying cash because I realized that golden coins were not a good currency to rely on because it was literally getting out of hand.
Wow, that is so intelligent of you. How did you cope with your rivals?
I defeated several of the dynasty's most threatened rivals in order to maintain my rule and the great Tang Dynasty's prosperity.
Great. So what culture or religious ideas do you support in your kingdom?
Well, at the moment, Taoism is starting to spread and is prospering in the dynasty, yet I still support Confucianism for stability.
Thank you so much. Breaking news! Get me information now! What do you mean you have no information?
We are live.
Hi! Welcome to... It appears we have breaking news. Li Bai, the most famous poet of our dynasty, has passed away last night from a tragic fall off a boat.
Now, this is a great tragedy due to the fact that the great Taoist believer and poet Li Bai was believed to be immortal based on our Taoist culture.
Yes, very tragic. Still no information? We are currently gathering information about the situation, and we will be keeping you updated as we uncover more.
Do you want to show everyone how wealthy and rich you are? Show off your stats with the best foot binding wrap of the dynasty, Feet Tape. Even Li Bai's wife uses it. Side effects may include chronic foot pain, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, depression, foot paralysis, weight loss, weight gain, eye swelling, pregnancy, anxiety, aggressive behavior, chest pain, hallucinations, giant hives, hepatitis, high blood pressure, low blood sugar, heart attacks, death, and an inability to walk, not to mention increased craving for opium. Ask your doctor before using Feet Tape.
Yes, it doesn't hurt at all. I feel more pretty already. If you don't have Feet Tape, this is probably the reason why no man in your social status has proposed to you yet.
Behind me, you can see Li Bai's dead corpse floating in the water. According to eyewitness reports, Li Bai was drinking excessively on the boat ride with his wife. While staring at the reflection of the moon, he had a philosophical thought, and it entered his mind, and he got distracted. He was said to be trying to chase the moon, yet he lost his balance and fell into the water. The carbonated beer he was drinking made him float because there was a lot of bubbles in his blood. This is why the body floated up to the while he was drinking to the surface when he drowned. #science.
What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, 'cause it is. What you say? That it's just what we need.
Oh look, there's Loretta, Li Bai's beloved wife from the Visigoth tribe of Germany. Miss Gahn, can you get us some insight on this?
Sorry for the inconvenience. I have randomly lost my mic in this crazy frenzy. Oh, hello, Loretta. We can't imagine how hard it must be for you to lose your husband at such a young age. If you are emotionally stable enough to do so, please describe exactly what happened that night. My bae Levi and I were returning from Chang'an from our honeymoon in Manchuria. We were sailing along in a boat, and Levi was getting extremely drunk. Then suddenly, he spotted the reflection of the moon in the water. It was truly beautiful, and I was inspired along with him. He started reciting the following poem to me. Contemplation moon, twilight approaches, coating the ground through the window. Resembles a touch of frost, moon at the window, taking me back to where I'm from. But then it happened. He lost his balance, fell into the water, and drowned. 5 minutes later, he floated back up to the surface. He should have drank more carbonated beer. Maybe then he could have floated up faster. Oh well.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry for your loss.
How did you meet him the first time? It baffles my mind. How did a German girl meet a Chinese man? Silk roads are particularly active during this era. This beautiful golden age that is occurring in China, leading to advancements in the arts, is attracting many people from other countries. Cultural diffusion is thriving, and I'm proud to say I was part of the foreign people who wanted to live in the great Tang Dynasty. Anyways, I had found Levi on the Silk Route for, like many artists in the era, he loved to travel and get drunk, like a lot. He was great. I mean, he did hit me a lot, and yes, he did have a fair amount of courtesans for a noble man like himself. But they are state-owned and allowed by the law. But you know, he is a man, he has the power. So yeah, he was totally the best husband. Wow. Anyways, that's all the questions I have for you today. I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Wow. Goodbye.
Attention, we have found a clip of Levi moments before he got on the boat. Take a look. This shows that intoxication was the main cause of his death. Drink responsibly. Thank you.
Since Levi was a Taoist, there will be a Taoist priest to drive away all evil spirits, where we will be sitting down with a panel of experts and asking them various questions. Today, our topic is going to be Tang culture. We have some very significant and influential people sitting here with us. Let's get started. Hi guys, would you like to start by introducing yourselves?
Hi, my name is Han Gong, and I'm a painter. I'm most known for my paintings and paintings of horses, but I also paint Buddhist-themed paintings.
I'm Du Fu, a poet. Throughout my life, I've inscribed more than 1,500 poems, and I've collaborated alongside Li Bai. He was also an amazing poet, and I believe he was supposed to be here today. Unfortunately, he passed away last night. It's okay though, because now I have no competition.
Should I start?
Yeah.
I'm Tang Taizong, the current emperor. I'm a fervent follower of Confucianism, as it has led to my success as a ruler and the subject's happiness. I passionately believe that Confucianism is the only philosophy that works to create a society with peace and prosperity.
Great, now I have a few questions for each of you. Han Gan, how was your childhood, and what was your path to becoming a painter?
Well, I grew up in a very poor family in the crowded capital of Chang'an, and my future seemed hopeless to both my parents and I. However, my life turned around when I was about 17. A famous poet named Wang Wei decided that I wasn't actually worthless. He saw an artistic spark in me that no one else did. Wang Wei sponsored me in learning about the arts. Soon after that, I became a student of Cao Bao and rose to fame, and I was hired as a painter for the Tang court.
Wow, that is such an inspiring story. Du Fu, what was your path to becoming a poet?
Well, ever since I was a young child, I had always wanted to be a civil servant. It was my dream and my passion. But then, my life was devastated by the An Lushan rebellion, where the entire country was in ruins. It was then that I turned to poetry. It helped me express my unique self, and it turned my life around. Although initially, I'm sorry, it just tears me up sometimes. Although initially I was little known, I soon became extremely influential to both Chinese and Japanese literary culture.
Tang Taizong, why do you believe that Confucianism philosophy should be adopted by everybody? There are so many other beliefs out there, such as legalism, Taoism, and Buddhism.
Confucianism holds a special place in my heart. It is superior to any other philosophy out there, and it has proven to work multiple times. Legalism simply does not work, as can be seen by the quick collapse of the Qing Dynasty. After only 14 years. It is too harsh, while also being impractical. If farming and the military are the only two professions that are valued, then how will we have medical, technological, and artistic advancements? China is currently in a golden age. Arts, cultures, and trade are prospering. The economy is thriving, and at the same time, we are productive as a country. Confucianism is the most superior of the philosophies and will lead our country to prosperity.
Du Fu, what type of poems do you write? And if you want, could you please recite one of your most famous pieces?
Well, I am best known for Lu Shi, which is a type of poem that has strict constraints on form and content. I would be happy to recite one of my most famous pieces called Reply to a Friend's Advice. Leaving the audience by the quiet corridors, stately and beautiful, we pass through the palace gates. Turning in different directions, you go to the west. With the ministers of state, I, otherwise, are separate ways. You write so well, so kindly, to caution, in vain, a garrulous old man.
That's such a beautiful poem.
Thank you.
Anyways, that's all we have for tonight. Hopefully everyone has learned a little bit about Tang culture. I hope to see you again next week, and we will be having a segment on Roman politics. Have a great night.